Hey, it's me, Art of Singularity, and welcome to my new video. In this video, I'm going to be seeing how easily I can draw bodies. So, I have the left, the reference on the left is what I was trying to say, and yeah, that's basically it. It's not really about me trying to draw the most perfect body, because, I don't really, I just don't really want to, and then... Well, I guess that's not really the point of it. Just seeing how easily I could try and copy the reference on the left, trying to get the same energy. I think that's really all I'm doing. So, yeah, that's about it. How was your day? Maybe it was good. Brought that back. That's like a nostalgic, not really nostalgic. It's been like, what, 3 weeks since I stopped saying that, maybe? Maybe I've said it more. Whatever, I don't know. I'm rambling about nothing, so... Yeah, this first drawing is it's okay. I don't know. I don't really like the proportions that I gave it. The second one, so this one right here, I think it's worse actually. Well, I think it's better in proportion, but I just think it has a less. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. I just don't really like it. And then, yeah, so like I think it's the head. Maybe the head was too small. And then the next body is kind of where it gets more interesting, because instead of doing a more structured approach, I kind of was trying to see if I could draw a body just by scribbling, basically. So what I did was I just started randomly scribbling. Just, yeah, no baseline, no foundation really. I'm just basing my next line that I draw is just based on the previous line, which is kind of the same thing as normally drawing, but with these lines, it's not really planned. So yeah, it's not hard to draw bodies. Well, it's not hard to draw, just the shape of them. If you just want to get the feeling of a body, right? Just, yeah, it's not too hard. I feel like this method, just randomly scribbling, it feels kind of like molding a body out of clay or something like that. It feels more like molding than drawing, because, well, I don't know how to explain it, but that's just the feeling it gives off to me. It's not really 3D, so I don't know if you can call it like molding or sculpting or whatever, but it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Out of these three, I like the one on the right the most. And to be fair, well, also not to be fair, but this one is not sped up, so I think the rest of them aren't going to be sped up that much. I don't know. Will that be boring? Maybe, but I don't think it. I think it's okay to be a little bit boring. Maybe it'll be easy to follow if people are trying to follow, or maybe not. I wonder how many people are trying to follow along. Probably not. I mean, in this scribbling case, I don't think there's anything to follow. There's not really any rhyme or reason to the marks that I'm making, other than me just trying to copy the body, the reference. So, yeah. So let's be doing another one. I think this body right here that I'm doing, I think this one looks the most formed. It's kind of a combination of the first one and the second one, I suppose. Or maybe the first one and the third one with the looseness, but... yeah. I think, yeah, this one is definitely the most put together, though, for sure. I mean... maybe it's just because I got warmed up. The first one was like kind of a warm up. The second one I was getting better. The third one was just to really get my hand loose. So I guess this fourth one is the culmination of all of that work, maybe. Or maybe I just finally locked in or something. I don't know. Yeah. Actually, I probably am going to speed up the video, not for this one, but maybe for... there's some other ones that aren't really like that serious. I don't know if I should speed those ones up either. It's just... I'm slowing it down, I guess, for people, yeah, like I said, for people to follow if they are trying to follow. But, I mean, do people want to follow the other ones? Maybe. Yeah, I guess. There's about 3 more after this one. And yeah, there's about 3 more bodies after this one. Two of which are like kind of joke ones, so maybe I'm just gonna skip over them. Maybe I should skip the shading too. I'll do that. I'm gonna speed up the shading part of this. Okay, so here's the next one. I think this next one that I'm doing, it's kind of on the same, it's definitely better than the first couple ones that I did, but I think it's pretty okay. It's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna say that's like just about equal to like the second one that I did. I don't know. I don't have any concrete tips for drawing the body any more than I did when I did the basically the beginner's guide on how to draw bodies. I don't really have any additional tips. I guess the only I don't have anything for those. I mean, I might do another video later on when I actually have better tips for drawing bodies, but other than that, yeah, no. This video isn't really a tutorial, I guess. It's just me drawing, and that's about it. Maybe this was a practice in not being too serious on drawing bodies. I think I had pretty like a good time. I had a good time, is what I'm trying to say. I had a good time drawing these bodies because, well, first of all, I wasn't taking it too seriously, so it wasn't any real pressure. And I don't think there really should be any pressure on drawing anything because, well, I guess I've said this already, but yeah, shouldn't really be any pressure unless it's something that you like really, really care about. But if it's just like a sketch, I mean, yeah, just a sketch, right? Just a doodle, nothing much, nothing to really put any, I don't know, fear into. I don't know if fear is a good word there, but most of these drawings are just shading, to be honest. But I guess the shading does kind of make the drawing way better than it is. I suppose shading is pretty important. Maybe if I get better with my line art. If I get better with my line art, I'm sure then that shading might not matter as much, but I think shading is still pretty important. The different styles of shading, it heavily impacts like the end result, obviously, but it just gives off a different vibe. I guess that's what happens when you use different styles. When you use a different style of shading, it makes the drawing take on a different style. Who would have thought? This is what I get for not really planning, I suppose. Nah, I'm fine with that though. If I'm just putting my thoughts out, I think that's fine. Then the other two, I think I'm just gonna speed up the other two, maybe I will. I think I will. The video's basically over, so I'm gonna say thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on the video and watching all the way to the end. Thank you for 2,330 subscribers. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, thank you for liking and stuff. So, did I say commenting? Thank you for commenting too. Still gonna do that video on Sunday. I'm just gonna say this at the end of every video, so I remind myself, really, so I can remind myself to do it. And goodbye.